Hello, yogis. Welcome to your restorative practice. I am Anne. I am very happy to have you joining me today. For today's practice, we're going to use 2 blocks, a bolster, and a strap. Let me see if I have one handy. And a strap. And if you want to, take your strap right away and make a loop that is about the length of your leg long. So weaving through the buckle so it's nice and secure for when we're going to use that later. And you can just pop that at the top of your mat and find your way into a comfortable seated space. Feel free to sit up on your bolster if you like. Take a moment to settle in, close your eyes, arrive fully to your practice. Start to just follow your breath. Today's practice is about slowing down, is about some sacred time for yourself. It's not about the fast-paced flow, more so just taking time to relax. Set an intention for yourself here. What drew you to this practice? What do you need from it today? Deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. And let it go. One more time, deep breath in. And let it go. We're going to start with a little movement. So you'll take your hands onto your thighs. You can grab your knees and just let them migrate a little bit. With your inhale, draw your heart across your right thigh, sweeping chest forward. Exhale, slow circle around the back. I do encourage you to close your eyes here. This practice could be done with low lights, almost dark. It's a great practice to have either just silence, because there's going to be a lot of pauses, or just soft music in the background. Something that makes you feel calm. Right now, as we're moving, breathe into your back, your hips. Maybe you want to let your head move around with you. Keep your breath going. Next time you come around to the front, seamlessly switch directions. And I like to reach down and just switch the crossing of my legs. You can do that if you like. Just helping the body to balance out today. We come to our mats for lots of different reasons. But as you tune into what you need from your practice today, maybe you just need quiet. You need time away from the busyness of what life has been delivering. Step onto your mat. Step away from everything else. Leave it all off your mat. Don't sit here contemplating. Rather, just be with yourself. A mental break helps us really find focus. Start to make each circle a little smaller than the previous. Growing taller. Once you come to a tall space, take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it go through your mouth. Beautiful. We're going to start by opening up our heart right away. So you're going to take your 2 blocks. You'll place them towards the back of your mat. I like this block, like the toaster level, across my mat. Some people like it this way. That doesn't work for me. I'm kind of shorter, so I like it here. You can try it both ways, but start with this one. Second one, you can start with the same level or you can go up a level, just depending on if you're feeling really stiff, go up a level. If you're feeling more open, go down to that lower level. Okay, you're going to slowly lay back onto your block, and that block is right where your bra strap would be for ladies, men too. Okay, and then you got to adjust. Sometimes it's too high, too low. It should not be at all on your lower back. Okay, you can see where my back is here, and that second block is just a pillow. And as we're here, make sure your other stuff is moved to the sides. You could stretch your arms out to the sides. Chest is nice and open. The easiest way to do this pose is to have your knees bent and your feet on the ground. Especially if you have a tighter lower back, you can let your knees just kind of fall together here. The second option is doing the opposite, feet together, knees wide. Palms are turning up on your hands. You can adjust them so they're comfortable. If you're really uncomfortable here, place something below each of your hands so you have a little bit of support, like another block or a blanket or pillow. And then just be. The first few moments here is kind of allowing the body to get situated. There's places in your body that are feeling tense or uncomfortable. Breathe into those spaces. We are opening up the chest, the upper back, maybe your hips if your feet are together and your knees are wide. And over time, you will potentially lower the block that's behind your head. And it might lower to the lowest level, so your throat is more open. And some of you eventually will let your head just hang back. That's not for everybody, so you can experiment with it over time, either today or just as your practice comes up next time. When we open our heart, we're really helping our body be open to receive and to give. We're letting go of any pain in our chest, any worry, any fears, any doubts, any sorrow, any heartbreak. It's a very vulnerable position for some of us. Allow yourself to just be with whatever comes up. You have nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. You can stay right where you are, or you might even take your arms kind of over the back of your head. I like to bring my hands together more like a prayer so my elbows are up. You can grab for opposite elbows, depending on what your shoulders can do. I've kind of got a bum shoulder, so it doesn't like to grab elbows anymore, which is a bummer. It's one of my favorite things to do. And if you change the position in your arms, just breathe into that new space. What do you feel here? And then one more position in the arms. You'll take your arms across your chest and actually cross as far across the top of your chest as you can. And when you're there, you can slowly just move side to side with your upper back and massage the back there. And then just switch the arms so the opposite elbow is on top for a couple more breaths. And for the last about 8 breaths, maybe you open your arms back up, maybe you stay how you are. Pick your favorite place and just breathe into it. Mending the heart. Freeing the heart. To come out of this position, you'll use your elbows alongside of you. If your knees are wide, scoop the legs together. Use your hands to help. Use the elbows, prop up to one elbow so you can just gently move your blocks off to the side. And just to restore our back, some of us that will be really intense to come up. You'll come back onto your back with your knees into your chest and just gently rock back and forth. Beautiful. Just pause, knees hug in. I like to hook my fingers, or maybe just one finger. Hook my elbows to my outer knees and just hold my fingers here and then let my knees fall apart as much as they want. That stretches out your back, your shoulders, helps the hips. Take a couple breaths with that. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your face, not overthinking what you're doing. Beautiful. And then just gently release your hands. You can roll off to one side or rock up to a seat. You'll grab your bolster. Your bolster might be circular like mine, or it might be flat. Doesn't matter. If you don't have a bolster, you can roll up a blanket in the same position. And we will start with a twist. So bring your right hip right up against the edge of the bolster to start. The idea here is that we're going to lay our chest down on the bolster. Knees are staggered. You don't have to be super particular here. So as you bring your hands to either side, you can decide if you need that bolster further away from your side body. Okay? So we're turning our chest and we're just letting ourselves come down, resting one ear onto the bolster. It should feel comfortable. It should feel easy, quote unquote easy. Okay, it shouldn't feel like a major strain in the body. Now, if you're not satisfied with this and you need a little bit more, you can gently lift your head up and start looking the opposite direction with your head today. And just resting down. Once you get into your twist, close your eyes and just let yourself be here. Allowing the spine to unwind. Rinsing out your organs. Helping the body to detoxify. Let your breath move through those gentle turns and twists in your body. And again, if you're laying and you're looking the same direction as your knees and you feel now that you need more, you can lift your head and turn it to the opposite side and just see how that feels on your neck. If it hurts at all, that's too much. Keep deepening your breath. We're going to stay for about 8 more breaths here. If your hands are all crumpled up, relax your hands. Gently move your hands more under your chest. Press into your hands. Slowly come up. You just turn away from your bolster. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Reach up through your arms and then reach down towards your feet. And you can have your feet a little wider today if you like. It's not your deepest stretch. You're just letting your back reset. We'll do a forward fold after this that's a little deeper. And then come up and turn onto the opposite left hip. Get your bolster again right up against your hip. Sit up tall. Lengthen your torso. Find that little twist. And then slowly come down. And again, you can look towards your knees. Some of you will look away from your knees. Okay? I know I'm doing the opposite that I did the first time, but for the most of us, let's stay kind of the same pattern that we did before. So if you just stayed looking at your knees, you can do that again here. And then scan the body. Is there a place you could relax a little bit? Continue to deepen your breath. Relax your fingers, relax your jaw. And just a couple more breaths here. So if you want to turn your head now. And slowly bring your hands under your shoulders, press up. You'll turn again back towards the front of your mat. This time you're taking your bolster with you. You can do this a couple different ways. You can do it long way. You can do it across your lap. Lengthen up through your arms. Reach towards your feet. And then you just figure, where do you want that? So it's kind of different each time I do this pose. We want to be in a position that feels good for a little bit longer hold. So I'm trying some different things out. I actually think I'm going to take one of my blocks underneath my bolster on my shins today to give me a little bit more of a lift because I'm feeling extra tight. And you're turning your head one way or the other. Maybe your forehead's on the mat, I don't know, or on the bolster, I should say. And then when you get into your position, close your eyes. Let yourself just be here. Letting the back body open. The spine likes to bend forward, backward, side to side, twisting. So we've already gone back with our heart opener. We're going forward. We twisted right, we twisted left. And we will take side body stretch next. Not as long of a hold, so take about 8 more breaths here. And slowly come up. Move your props off to the side. And make your way into child's pose. Child's pose today, we are going to stretch a little in it. So knees are closer together. Your hands come out in front of you. And you're walking your hands to the right to start. So the right hand on bottom, maybe even off your mat, the left hand on top. Reach your fingers and get just your left side body to really stretch open. And then let your hips gently lean to the left as your left hand is reaching to the right. And my head's off the ground here. If you want your head resting on something, you can place a block below it if you need some space. But it doesn't have to be perfect. And again, this is not going to be as long of a hold, but we're just getting that side stretch. Our spine turning just enough to unravel any stiffness. Breathe into your shoulder, into the intercostal muscles between your ribs, even into your lower back here a little bit. And then we'll switch and walk our hands more now towards the left. Left hand on bottom, right hand on top. Really reach through your right arm. Let your hips start to lean to the right as your right arm reaches to the left. Once you feel a lot of good stretch, just pause and breathe. Creating space in our bodies. Really, this is about taking time for yourself. Some of us only give ourselves a short amount of time, and then we go too hard because we only have a short amount of time. How can you create space for more time for yourself? What can you shift around? Walk your hands back to center, and you are coming onto your back. And then have your strap handy here. This is my favorite. So as you come onto your back, you'll place your strap. If you don't have a loop, make your loop. You'll place your strap, and you want the end with the buckle kind of down by your hands. So the strap goes around the ball of your foot, not the arch. When you're pulling down on the strap, you're pulling your foot into a flex position. So that's how you know you've got it right. First, we can just sit here with our hands on the strap. If you're really tight, you might want to stay here so you can really control what you're doing. Next, we can take hammock stretch. You're taking your strap around the back of your head, and it's above your ears like you're wearing swim or ski goggles. Okay? You'll stretch your opposite left leg out, And when you perfect how long the strap is, I kind of know how long I want my strap to be, but when you perfect that, you'll be able to perfectly balance here. Another way to do this is to bring your block or your bolster underneath your head for a little extra support today if you can't quite find the balance. You should be able to completely tune out here and relax your arms. Allow yourself to go a little deeper. It's really normal for the leg to tremble a little bit when it's really stretched. Quiet moments. Can you make your mind even more quiet? Just breathing. Find space between your thoughts. If you want to, take your hands and massage the back of your right leg with your fingers. Get behind your knee, into your calf. A little self-love here. And then just about 8 more breaths. So it's a long hold. Long enough where we might start thinking, ooh, I want to come out of this one. Breathe into that thought. All right, let's gently take the strap off from behind our head. We're not done yet. You'll hold the strap. I like to do this in my left hand. Strap's on the right foot. And then allow my foot to come over to the right. And you can hold on to that strap with both hands if you need to. You can also use your right hand as a kickstand. It's kind of a nice way to do it. You're really tight. Your foot is closer to your shoulder than it is to the other opposite bottom foot, but it's all relative, right? So I definitely have pretty open time here, but not everybody's going to feel that way. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. You don't want to be lifting up on your left side. Just a couple more breaths, not as long of a hold. Feel the inner groin, the inner hamstring lengthening out. And then bring your leg back through center. And now you're going to take your leg across to the left with keeping your right hip down. So it's not that far. It's maybe a foot, foot and a half. And then lengthen through your right heel. And I already feel this super intense. And then over time, you can point your pinky toe up towards the sky a little bit more. So you're getting into your IT band, the outer shin. Breathe into just creating some space there, okay? Our legs do a lot for us. And this is an amazing release for your lower back. All of these hamstring stretches, I should say. Come back to center. Remove your strap for a moment. Bend your left leg, cross your right thigh over the left, and just press down into your thighs for a moment. You can stay with this or thread the eye of the needle. Hands go behind the belly of left hamstring for a little figure 4 here. Keep your left knee in line with your left shoulder a little bit more. Relax your chest, your shoulders. Close your eyes. Breathe into opening the hips. Creating space for our spine. And also just working on the space that's happening in your mind between your thoughts. Create space between you and the busyness of whatever is ruling your world today. And we're gently releasing. And before we go to the other side, I just want you to stretch your legs out and observe the right versus the left. I always find myself to feel taller, my lower back to feel more open. It's just incredible what that does for you. Then when you're ready, grab your strap again and you will switch sides. So start with hammock stretch. And again, you can simply just start with placing that strap around the ball of your foot and, getting one of these extra long straps. I got mine from Manduka. They're so nice. You can do so many things with them. So you can stay there, stretch the bottom leg out, and over time, once you're ready to try, this is, again, my favorite stretch, so don't take too much time to try. Strap goes behind the back of your head, not on your neck. It's on your skull, so it's completely supported. And again, you can use a block or a bolster below your head. Every once in a while, I feel like I need that. If there's some instability in the hips or in the hamstrings, you might feel like you really need that today. But once you find the synergy between how long your strap is and your leg, you really can chill out here. Allow yourself to breathe into whatever sensation comes up. Your hands behind the back of the leg if you like and do a little massage. You might discover you have a tight spot that you didn't even know about. I always like to go right at the top of my calf muscle where it meets the back of my knee. And some of us don't ever do any self-massage. It's something you might want to explore a little bit more often. You can really help de-stress your body. Last few breaths, however you want to be here. When you're ready, slide the strap off your head. Take the strap in your opposite right hand and move your leg to the left. Again, you can use your opposite hand as a kickstand. You can hold the strap. You can simply do nothing. I like using the strap in my opposite hand just so I can keep that shoulder anchored to the ground. Reach through your heel. Breathe, creating space in the groin and the hamstrings. Don't go too far. You can definitely overdo it. Bring your leg through center. Again, you're coming across your body just about a foot, maybe a foot and a half. Reach your heel. Keep both hips on the ground. We're not twisting all the way across. And then turn the pinky toe up. So you're actually turning at your ankle a little bit. And breathe into that really deep stretch in the outer leg. Less is more. Some of us don't have to go this far across our body to get the same results. Breathe into all the stuff coming up. Every exhale is the opportunity to let go. Every inhale, we can recharge. Bring your leg back to center. That was so intense for me today. Take your strap, place it off to the side. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Press your hands into your thighs for a moment. That helps your lower back. And then interlace behind the belly of hamstring. Keep your right knee more in line with your right shoulder here. A good flex in your left ankle. And then only try to use your biceps and your hands. Try not to use your neck, your shoulders. You can always have something under your head here if you're tighter. Breathe into the outer hips, stretching open. Beautiful. We'll release that second side. Just for a moment, stretch out. We're about to finish our practice, but I want you to observe for a moment how long you feel on the left side. It's not as extreme because we've already done the right. And then once you're here, kind of adjust yourself, okay? We're going to come into our Shavasana for today. I'm going to suggest that you take your bolster and place it underneath the back of your legs, helping the lower back to feel a little bit more calm. And then while you're here, take your hands behind your head. Help your head up and just kind of lengthen your chin to your chest and then pull your head back. So you have to kind of work here. Pull your head back, lengthening your neck to come back down. Just kind of setting yourself up so you have a nice long spine. Rest your arms out to the side. Turn your palms up towards the sky and close your eyes. Allow yourself to start to unwind. We're going to take Shavasana together today. Take a deep breath in and let go with your exhale. This is a space for us to unwind and receive. Allowing the body to soak in what we've done today, but also letting rest be king, be so important for our practice. Feel the outermost layer of your body soften. Relax your teeth, your jaw, your forehead. Relax the whole body. Releasing tension from the whole body. Feel the body let go. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it go. If you have more time, feel free to stay. Otherwise, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch out through your arms and your legs. Bend your knees one at a time. And slowly move your body off to one side. Take the fetal position for a moment, resetting. This is a place of rebirth. Restate your intention here. Plant that seed into the ground and nurture it with your practice, with your meditation, with your mindfulness. Slowly, without opening your eyes, crawl up to a seat. Feel your way into a cross-legged space. And let your hands rest on your knees for a moment. Palms are turning up. Soak in the fruits of your practice. Bring your hands together in front of Heart Anjali Mudra, feeling gratitude for showing up today. It's the hardest part. Bowing in and sealing our practice. May the divine in me greet and honor the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, friends. I'm Anne. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Did you like class? I can't wait to see you next time.